Hello neighbors, welcome back to the channel. Pull up a chair and make yourself comfortable, because tonight we are not just analyzing a headline, we are watching a narrative implode in real time. You know, I've sat here with you for years, dissecting every move from the Montecito mansion, every perfectly curated photo op, every tearful confession that just didn't quite sit right. But what we are discussing today feels different. It feels like the moment in the movie where the curtain gets pulled back, and instead of a wizard, we see a woman with a script, a storyboard, and a desperate need for control. We are talking about the latest explosive commentary from none other than Piers Morgan. And let me tell you, whether you love him or loathe him, the man knows where the bodies are buried when it comes to the Sussex saga. Now, I know you guys are excited for more. But before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, come on guys, what are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP. So now let's set the scene. Not at Frogmore Cottage, that serene private sanctuary Meghan claimed she wanted for Archie's birth, but at a London hospital. We all remember the confusion, right? The mixed messages. The home birth narrative that suddenly shifted to a hospital delivery under cloak and dagger secrecy. Meghan, a first-time mother at 37, was realistically always going to end up in a hospital. But instead of just saying that, instead of just being honest, we got a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. And now Piers Morgan is taking a sledgehammer to that enigma. Good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. You can almost hear the theme music, can't you? Piers starts with a bang, quoting Variety, Hollywood's Bible, mind you, not some British tabloid, calling the Harry and Meghan Netflix series unimaginative and frustrating. Ouch. But that's just the appetizer. The main course is Piers' dissection of Meghan's pregnancy narrative. He describes how it always starts with her, softly, subtly, mystically. A strategically lit bump, a whisper of a story that sounds just believable enough to slide past unquestioned. And then, voila! The world is expected to applaud. No questions asked, ever. But Piers is asking questions. In fact, he's bulldozing the gates. He points to the Portland hospital birth, noting that while other royals have gone there, the secrecy around Meghan's experience was different. It wasn't about privacy, it was about control. And then he drops the bomb. New evidence. Now, we have to be clear. In this scenario, Piers is presenting what he calls internal notes and conflicting timelines that suggest the pregnancy narrative wasn't just messy, it was fiction, intentionally crafted fiction. Can you imagine the studio lights heating up as he leans forward, slaps the desk, and demands, "So, which part was real?" Any of it. The timing of this is just poetic justice, isn't it? The Sussex narrative machine has been sputtering for months. The Spotify deal collapsed, the grifters' labels stuck, the mock royal tours looked desperate, and now this. Piers calls it the mother of all contradictions. He claims Meghan's stories don't just fail to add up, they actively fight each other. It's inconsistent timelines, bizarrely conflicting statements, and images that prove one thing. Meghan Markle has been staging motherhood moments the same way she stages everything else, with lighting, angles, and a script she can edit. Remember Harry's frantic claims? Paps and journalists and media were following him all day, every day. And yet the unraveling happens when the stories don't align. Piers points to clips, photos where the bump seems high, then low, then gone. He's relentless. This wasn't maternity, he growls. This was marketing. And honestly, when you look at it through that lens, a lot of things start to click into place. The secrecy wasn't about protecting Archie. It was about protecting the brand. It was about maintaining a mythos of maternal suffering that she could use as a shield against any criticism. And then comes the twist that really sends shivers down your spine. Piers claims an insider, someone who reached their breaking point, handed over the real timeline, private diary notes, scheduling memos, and they obliterate the public story. Hospital visits on days she was photographed across town? Claims of a serene arrival when notes suggest she wasn't even in the building? It's a 2-hour trash-a-thon of everything we were told to believe. Piers slams the papers on the desk like a judge delivering a verdict. I'm sick, he says, of being told we must simply accept whatever version of events Meghan Markle invents. This is the core of it, neighbors. It's not just about a birth plan. It's about the weaponization of motherhood. Piers argues that Meghan used her pregnancy as an emotional ace card. You can't criticize me. I'm a vulnerable mother. The palace is tormenting me. But these memos suggest otherwise. Aides were instructed to accommodate every request without delay, no matter how unusual. Multiple staff worked double shifts to fulfill unscheduled wardrobe demands. She refused certain meetings but later claimed she had been excluded. It paints a picture not of a victim, but of a tyrant. A tyrant who wanted production control, not privacy. Piers delivers the line that should be etched on the tombstone of their credibility. She didn't want privacy. She wanted production control. It's brutal. It's theatrical. But is it wrong? Look at the Oprah interview. Every allegation of cruelty dovetailed perfectly with a dramatic plotline. Every tear or lack thereof landed with cinematic precision. Piers points this out brilliantly. It wasn't a baby story. It was a brand story. And the motive? Emotional leverage. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. And then the silence. The deafening silence from Montecito. Meghan, the woman who sues over a letter, a font choice, a whisper in the wind, says nothing. No lawsuit, no denial, no recollections may vary. Just silence. And Piers weaponizes it masterfully. No denial, he says, leaning back, almost like she doesn't want Discovery revealing what really went on. It's the bait, hanging there in the humid California air. If she sues, she opens the door to Discovery. She has to show the receipts, and maybe, just maybe, the receipts don't exist. The public feels the shift. You can see it in the comments on Twitter, even in Hollywood. The blind support is gone. People are using words like strange, inconsistent, manufactured. The celebrity allies are quiet. No hashtags for Meghan today. And Piers keeps going. He plays the clips of her describing debilitating morning sickness, juxtaposed with footage of her looking radiant at an evening gala on the same day. He shows the Oprah clip where she claims no one helped her, next to the memos showing a small army of staff at her beck and call. This isn't authenticity, he declares. This is dramaturgy. Then the storyboards claim. She reportedly asked for multiple versions of the birth story to be drafted. Multiple versions. Who does that? Who pre-writes a birth narrative? Someone who sees life as a movie where they are the star, the director, and the editor. Executive producer, my life. The memes write themselves. And where is Harry in all this? The Prince of Truth? The man who wrote Spare to set the record straight? He's missing in action. Piers suggests a reason, because he knows if he steps forward, every follow-up question will expose another contradiction. This leads to the darkest implication of all, partnership and manipulation. Either she lied to Harry, or they lied together. A royal partnership built not on duty, but on deceit. It's a devastating accusation. And the royal family's response? Silence. The dignified, powerful silence of the Windsors. As Piers notes, when a story is untrue, the palace responds. When it's ridiculous, they dismiss it. But when they respond with silence, that means the truth is being left to reveal itself. Piers frames this as a moral crusade. It's about honesty. It's about trust. Meghan Markle has demanded blind loyalty from the world. But loyalty is earned with truth, not theatrics. And then the final blow. If she lied about this, what didn't she lie about? That question hangs in the air like a guillotine blade. If the foundational story of their exit, the palace failed to protect our growing family narrative, is based on lies, then what is left? Nothing. Just a hollow shell of victimhood. If this is the beginning of the end of Meghan Markle's credibility, Piers whispers, she has only one person to blame, herself. And honestly, neighbors, it's hard to argue with that. We are watching a house of cards collapse. It wasn't the wind that blew it down. It was the fact that the foundation was never real to begin with. It was built on scripts, on lighting, on my truth instead of the truth. I want to know what you guys think. Is Piers right? Is the silence from Montecito an admission of guilt? Do you believe the multiple versions story? And seriously, where does Harry go from here? If his wife's narrative falls apart, does he go down with the ship, or does he finally grab a life raft and swim back to reality? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love our discussions. Don't forget to hit that like button if you stand with the real royals, William, Catherine, King Charles, and Queen Camilla, and subscribe so we can keep watching this drama unfold together. Until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and remember, In the world of the Sussexes, the only thing you can trust is that the cameras are always rolling. Catch you later. Ta-ta, and bye for now.